Today, we might fall into a trap. I think the market is going to try to trap us, and I'm going to explain you why. Today, we have a really important data that I'll be telling you in a minute. And everyone is so bearish on the data that I'm having a really hard time to analyze what they really mean. And I'm talking about the jobs report. Today, we are going to have the jobs report. I know some of you might not give that much importance to it, but it's really important because of the Fed and what the Fed will do. We know that Powell depends on the data that he likes or that he wants or that he prefers. If the data supports not cutting rates, he prefers the jobs report. If it does support not cutting rates, the prices, he prefers the prices. So, but we need to understand that the data that we are going to get today might point to a recession. And we need to understand how the market will react, okay? So, just for you to be aware, I'm still undecided if this is a trap or not, but I'm going to explain you my thesis so that you can understand why I'm kind of doubting that will be that bad, okay? So, first of all, I want to know where you are watching from. I want to know if you already smashed the like button, and I want to know who already got the cast card. I'm going to tell you Saturday on the 𝗪𝗏𝗧 channel where I'm going to spend with my cast card on Saturday to earn the 7% cashback. And if you're not earning a cashback, you should. You have the link in the description, but we're going to get back to that later. So, pre-market is green, right before the jobs report. We are like 45 minutes till we have the jobs report. We can see it. We are going to have non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, private non-farm payrolls. And I do believe people are scared of this. Okay, and I do believe that today we might see a lot of volatility. I'm not going to tell you, look, if we don't bounce, we're going lower. I don't want to be the captain obvious here, but I need to tell you that something doesn't feel right. Okay, something feels off. And what caught my attention yesterday, it was this, and I want to share this with you. Let's listen to what he's saying.
One thing I want to note, the jobs report's going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have to revise our expectations down significantly for what a monthly job number should look like. When we were letting in 2 million illegal aliens, they're coming in. We had to produce 200,000 jobs a month for steady state. And by the way, all of the jobs that we were creating in Biden years were going to illegals. Americans were going to the unemployment lines. That's totally reversed. And now 50,000 a month is going to be more like what we need. So Wall Street, when this stuff comes out, they can't rain on that parade. They have to adjust for the fact that we're deporting millions of illegals.
Do you understand what he's saying here? He's not saying that the jobs report will be bad. He's saying that the expectations are not accurate, and that Wall Street cannot have this in consideration. It should adjust the expectations. So, this was what caught my attention yesterday. And this is why I'm bringing this to you, because we might have a really bad jobs report today. Like 0, for example. And that's really bad, okay? And you need to pay attention to this. If you are trading, be aware of this volatility, because this is a major factor. It can always come to the fact that I want to be clear with you guys here. And I know I'm new to the channel, especially this one, etc. But if we were in a recession, the US is in a recession since 2022, if I'm not mistaken, or 2021. The thing is that when they were entering the recession, they changed the definition of recession. That's why they are no longer in a recession. And this is data, okay? I don't want to bring you this because this is old data, but in case you are not aware, if the not the current administration, the Biden administration hadn't changed the definition of recession, in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, or 2021, I think it was 2022, the US was already in a recession. But they changed it. And Powell agreed with the data. So there are two things here. The expectations of the jobs report might be wrong. The US is already in a recession for a long time. They just changed the definition. And now, even with the new definition, the data might point for a recession. Okay? Just be aware of this. And I think this is really important for you to be ready for the data today. And I know some people don't care about data, but then they'll see the negative data on the stop loss if they are trading. That's what it is. So, also, yesterday we were around 14% or 13% of the chances of a rate cut on 18th of March. We are climbing higher. We are getting data. Okay? If you want to invest, you need to pay attention to the data. So let's see where this will close today. Let's wait for the jobs report, and tomorrow we are going to see if we are still at 20% or if we are going higher or lower. Okay? The jobs report today will be really important, and remember, we still have CPI this week. Now let's be a bit controversial. And I want to know on the chat, does anyone believe the bottom is in? Does anyone believe that 59K or 60K was the bottom of the market? Let me know. I want to know on the chat. I want to know here. I want to offer a physical card of cast. I want to do it. I really want to. But I don't see the chat engaging. I don't see the likes. I cannot offer a physical card of cast if I don't have any reactions here. So maybe no one is watching, so I kept the card for myself. I really want to. So someone is saying if cycle bottom, no way. Okay, it's not me who's saying it. I'm telling you, bottom is in, top is in. Not my crew. I don't want to join this discussion. But someone is telling us that 60K, 59,900 might have been the bottom. Okay, not me. Again, I'm buying. I still believe in the fundamentals. Might be crazy, but I'll show you another crazy story in a moment. And let's listen to this.
That's how I teased it. You have a number in mind. What is it?
I actually think there's a reasonable chance we saw.
Can you listen?
Last week at 60,000. There's a couple of reasons for that.
I think something is off with my internet. Let me know if you can listen.
That's how I teased it. You have a number
I will try
in mind.
to refresh the page.
I actually think.
You can? Let me just. I want to make sure that everyone can listen. So.
You have a number in mind. What is it? That's how.
Let me see. Okay, awesome. So maybe it's just me. You are listening. I'm not listening. Imagine that. Okay? But let's go. Let's keep going. If you're listening, awesome. I already know it's going to say.
You have a number in mind. What is it?
I actually think there's a reasonable chance we saw the bottom last week at 60,000. There's a couple of reasons for that. First and foremost, $60,000 is the cash production cost for a new Bitcoin.
Okay.
So what happens is when you get below that, the weak miners start going out of business. They shut down, and they're the main source of marginal selling pressure. So when the weak hands are out, okay, you have a less selling pressure, and it's likely to put in a bottom. The second reason is Bitcoin trades on global liquidity. And if you look at when it peaked in the fall, it just so happened to be the exact same time that the Fed noticed huge stresses in short-term funding markets that effectively created an entire 180 on monetary.
So basically, what he's telling you is that if we cannot drop below the cash production of Bitcoin, if not, miners will go bankrupted. It's him telling you. I'm not telling you that, okay? I need more data, like I said. I want to make sure that we are not going lower. I'm not going to join that crew, but I want to have my analysis, and I want to tell, okay, I am wrong, we are going lower, my expectations were wrong, whatever. I don't have any issue with that, to be honest. We make money either way, so it's what it is. But I don't know if it is or not. It makes some sense that we start, because there are some things here that are changing, okay? That was not normal. It was how fast we reach 60K. Really, how fast we reach 60K. It was not a normal market speed, okay? I think it was not normal. It started on a Saturday, and then it was, I think, on a Thursday or a Friday. I'm not sure, because I was, as you know, suffering because of the storm. But I think it was something like this. It started on a Saturday after Epstein files, that $1 billion dump on Binance. I'm not saying it's Binance, it was on Binance. Okay, then the market reacted. And then it was, I think, a Thursday or a Friday, the Black Thursday. I don't know when it was, but I think it was this. And it was really quick. Okay, it was really quick. So that's something that I'm paying attention on. And someone is saying that I've been bullish since the top. That's not quite true, and I have the data, but thank you for being here, and thank you for the engagement. Look at this. Okay, you have it here, and you can see that Bitcoin whales are starting to buy. I told you this yesterday. Today I'm showing you the data. They are starting to buy again. Okay, and you have a lot of people confused. A lot of people confused with the market right now. That's why I don't want to join the crew of the bottom, easy, etc. Because I think No one knows. Everyone can have an opinion, okay? Honestly, I'm okay with these prices. And I'm accumulating more, like I already told you this. And I'll keep accumulating more while I believe the fundamentals are there. I'm not scared about the prices, okay? Like, I don't know, more people were not afraid of buying Bitcoin at $400, okay? Or at $900. And yeah, that's my investment strategy. And it worked pretty well. So yeah, it's working. So I don't have any reason to change it. Okay, but I'm diversified also, as you know. If you don't, you should follow me on X and you will know. So like I say, they are buying. They are get back to buying. They are starting to buy again. And this is quite cool. Okay, this is quite cool. I don't know why I did it. Yeah, this is quite cool to see that the whales are buying. Retail is scared. Retail is more worried about being on X, saying you're wrong, you're right. Yeah, that's retail. Whales, they are not scared. They are buying. That's the big difference. You just need to understand what you want to be, retail or a whale. Yeah, it's not easy, but you can reach it. So moving forward, and before going to charts, because today I really want to go to the charts. Okay, I really want to go to the charts, and I want you first to see this. Okay, because things are getting quite crazy right now, and I think I told in 2025 that in the beginning of 2026 might be volatile, nothing like this, but I think we can start to see more things. Okay, and I want to show you why, and this is why. One of the reasons. I don't know who's tweeting on SBF account. I don't know. I don't know if it's SBF or not, because he did an interview from jail. You know, he spoke with Tucker Carlson, I think so. But he asked for a retrial. And now he's saying that he has the account, not him. I don't know if it's him. There's evidence that shows that Biden, Department of Justice, threatened multiple witnesses. And there's one thing that he has been always saying, that FTX was not insolvent. Okay? That they could have repaid everyone. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just showing that this might shake up some things. For two reasons. First, we know that Trump and Biden, that Trump is always looking for something to attack Biden. If there's any chance of, a small chance of this being true, you can expect fireworks from Trump administration. Okay? If there's a small chance of what's being said here, it's true, you are going to have fireworks from Trump for sure. You need to understand that he says that some judge should recuse himself from this motion given his pattern of prejudging defendants, including him, someone, and real Donald Trump. He's putting him at the same level as Trump. Okay? Again, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just showing you, because if this can escalate really quickly. And I don't know if he's not going to get a pardon. I hope not. But he might get a pardon. We don't know. Okay? Actually, we don't know. But this will shake the market for sure. So this is why I wanted to share this with you, so that you could know there's some volatile things coming up. Okay? Now let's go to the charts, because today I really want to go to the charts to see if we are going to get a trap or not. And let me see here. And who's here also. There's a lot of people that don't think the bottom is in. Yeah, he says, the other guy said 60,000 because of the cash production of Bitcoin. Okay. Someone is saying, before I go to the charts, someone is saying that there's still more selling pressure, but it's above 70K. So you are expecting a relief bounce, and then, yeah, that might make sense, okay? That might make sense. So I said this yesterday here, and I said on the Portuguese Banter channel also, I'm still expecting we sweep the lows unless we are in for a trap, okay? This is what I'm expecting right now. And this is my expectation, this is my analysis, and I can be wrong or I can be right, but that's what like I said, if it's been working, I don't have any reasons to not follow it. So the thing here is that I don't see any reasons that we don't sweep this low here, okay? In my opinion, it's already too late. We should already done it. And I think this might happen, and then I want to see the reaction here if we have buyers here, okay? If we have buyers here, I think then we might think of some reversal and touch 70K like someone is saying on the chat, or even higher, okay? Or even higher. But I want to see this. I want to see the jobs report. I think the jobs report today will be key because we'll point to the direction of the Fed. If it comes really low, really bad, and supports a rate cut, we might have, which low? I'm talking about the 62,500. This low here. Let me just clean this. This was from yesterday's stream. Let me just take this and this. I'm talking about here. Okay, I think it's around 62,400 this week here. Okay, I'm not talking about this one here. Okay, this might. I think where we are now, we might come here. Okay, like small move. A big move here, but dropping from 67 to 60. That's too much for me. Okay, I don't see, at least I don't, unless the jobs report is like really, really bad. Okay, but this is what I'm seeing right now. And again, I might be wrong. You need to understand also the time that I'm doing this analysis. It's mid UK, almost US, so it's not the best one. It's really not the best one. And we are trying to move maybe or do at least 2 or 3 shows per week on another time slot so that I can do live trading with you guys, because I want to do it. I have everything ready to do it, but the market is like this. We are between sessions, so I want to be quite careful doing because I want you to make money. I don't want you to lose money. So we might have some news regarding that on the following weeks. So far, like I was saying, we might come lower, drop here, and then move higher. That will be the kind of bearish scenario. Let's say like this. Or you can even do this. Okay, you can even do something like this. I wouldn't be surprised. Something like this, okay? And then go higher. So this is what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting much upside now, okay? Unless the jobs report, it's bullish for the market. And then, yeah, this is an amazing trade. If someone saying is long, if he's long, yeah, if the jobs report come positive for the market, yeah, I think this is an amazing opportunity. Of course, that's obvious. I'm not actively trading right now because I want to hold on to understand what's happening with the market. But I think, yeah, if you want to take the risk, go for the long side then, expecting that the jobs report will come positive. If you are going this deep, we'll go at least 50% of the week. Let's see. That's why you are here every day, and I'm here every day so that we can see that. Okay. And still, I don't know. Doesn't have the cost card. I'm telling you what I'm going to spend on Saturday, and you are losing cashback in a possible airdrop. It's up to you. Now let's look at Ethereum. This was from my show yesterday. This was an awesome trade before the market decided to reverse. Let me close it. So let's look here. And it was long on Ethereum also. The job report, I think it's about half an hour. Yeah, 26 minutes. 26 minutes. It's when you're going to have the job report. Now I'm having more people now at the stream. Cool. So let's look at Ethereum. The bullish scenario, the bullish one is that Ethereum is going to defend this week here, 1,930. If we can defend this year, then I think we might go higher, okay? And this is the bullish one. And then, again, this is just the bullish analysis. It's holding up here. And then we can start to look to some targets. And maybe this here. And we want to see if it clears this rejection and starts to climb higher, okay? This is one of them. The bearish scenario is that it's going to drop lower. And it's going around, let me just come here. Put here, it's easier if you do like this, okay? It's going to drop lower. We can see 1,800, 600, or even come to test the 1,700, okay? But this is what I think that is going to happen. These are the two scenarios. And again, these are the daily chart, okay? I'm not scalping here. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing for the 4 hours daily chart, the long time frame, okay? the long time frame. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm hoping. So yeah, we might reverse here, or if we start to drop, I just gave you my invalidation points. So yeah, if you are scalping, you are smart. Okay, the market is perfect for scalping. I'm building something. That's why I don't have the time to scalp, because when I'm scalping, I take like 1-2 hours, and I'm just focused on that. But yeah, I think you should be doing something. If you should be trading for sure. If you want to trade, you need volatility. If you want volatility, now it's the time. Easy, okay? Easy. So now looking at XRP. Again, XRP, they are closing so many partnerships that it's crazy. Okay, like closing so many partnerships, Ripple, etc. They already told you that XRP is in the core of everything that Ripple is going to do. But there's one thing that I cannot deny. The price is not taking that in consideration. Okay. Now, if it's a trap or not, I don't care. I only see the price. And the price right now, you can look at it at an opportunity if you want to buy spot, or you can be on the crew that's saying that they are selling XRP. But I bought more XRP today. Okay. So this is where I stand. This is where I'm heading with my XRP. I don't care if it drops lower. I'll just keep buying. And yeah, I need to provide you also some context. I have 2 portfolios, okay? In one of them, I'm building for 2030. It's like, I don't know if I said this on this channel. I said this on other channels, but I don't think I said it here. So what I'm doing it with that 2030 portfolio, it's money that I was already going to spend on something that I don't say I don't need, but like having lunch, going out for lunch or whatever. And instead of doing that, I buy XRP, for example, or I buy another token. And yeah, I was going to spend it anyway. So this is the rationale behind my 2030 portfolio, is that I'm going to buy it if it goes to 0. For example, I like to smoke cigars, not cigarettes, cigars. Okay, instead of buying an expensive cigar, I buy XRP, or I buy, I don't know, Bitcoin, or I buy Ethereum. And I don't care about the price. I send it to my cold wallet, and I'll wait it to 2030. Okay, this is something that I'm doing in XRPs on that portfolio. So I think it's still bearish, and I think it will come to 127 probably before reversing. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. It's probably going to come lower, and I'll say around these levels here. I'm expecting around here. It almost went there, but a week here, and then we need to reassess where the market is going. Okay, where the market is going. So this is what I'm seeing. For XRP, again, I bought spot. I don't care. My main bag, the average is 0.33 cents. So yeah, I'm okay with this. Okay, so if it comes lower, I'm going to even set an alert here. I want to long XRP. I want to scalp XRP. So yeah, I'm going to leave this here. And if it comes to this area, probably I'm going to try a long. But understand one thing. When I say I'm going to try a long, it doesn't mean I'm going there and I'm just going to long it. Okay, I get the alert, I open the chart, and I'll see the reaction. And then I decide, look, I'm going to long it, or I'm going to stay, or I'm not going to do anything, okay? Understand this, because this is really important. I'm here, and XRP might touch that alert in 3 hours from now. But it can be a massive drop on the market, and I don't know why, okay? So I need to see the reaction. If the reaction is good, I long it. If I don't see a good reaction, I stay quiet. It's just because I don't want some of you to long just because it goes there and then you get stopped. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want that. So just to be clear, if it goes there, I want to long it, but I'm going to check the reaction. I'm going to see if it reacts at all or just cuts this support as a knife and goes to $1.16. Okay, I hope this is clear for all of you, because it's really important to understand this. Okay, I'm doing this now, I'm telling you this now, but in half an hour, everything can change, like the jobs report. Let's say like this. I think this was the trade that I opened here, saying that I was trying a swing long, and I was stopped, as you can see. And now regarding Solana, I want to be bullish. I really want to be bullish, okay? But I think it's on a free fall. Honestly, I think Solana is on a free fall right now. That's what I think, and I want to see a reaction here. I want to see Solana reacting, but I do believe it's kind of on a free fall right now. I remember that, I think it was on this channel that I said, look, this would be paper trading, but I'm going to try this long just to see how it goes. It should react here, and it dropped lower, way lower, $68. So this is a really hard one because there's nothing for Solana right now. Nothing for Solana right now. There's nothing, zero. What's happening with Solana right now? We need some catalyst for Solana. Okay, Solana had an amazing run, and right now we are not. It's lacking something to go higher. It might come, but yeah, I would like to long Solana, but I can't be bullish here. Okay, I need to see some reaction. I need to see some levels. What's my average XRP price? 33 cents, 0.33. Yeah, but I start buying when no one cares. Usually that's when I do it. So regarding Solana, I want to make sure that this support holds. Okay, I'm going to set an alert here, and I'm going to set an alert here. And when one of these rings, I will see what's going to happen. Okay, one of these pings on my phone, I will see, okay, what I'm going to do here. If I see a weak reaction here, it's clear I'm going to short it. If I see a strong reaction here, I'm going to long it. If it starts ranging here, I'm going to bluff and I'm going to open a bot there. It's easy. It's super easy right now to trade. It's not that hard, to be honest. And with bot trading, not scalping. With bot trading right now, you can set a range here and that's it. Okay? So I will wait and then I'll take my decision. Even with 𝗕𝗟𝗏 isn't happening before the founders and investors done their luck. Yeah. I had a good airdrop last year. I think it was last year, the airdrop. I think I had one because of the meme season. And yeah, I had a very nice airdrop. I really like it. But yeah, Solana needs something. Solana needs a catalyst. And so, yeah, I want to see Solana to succeed, but I cannot see it. It's not happening right now. The thing is that now it's not happening, and then I'm not seeing it. Okay, so more. Let me see. Someone is saying something. No, there's no tokens request here. So moving forward, I think these are one thing that I think you should do is that when the market is like this, someone might say clear direction is down, but we have been rising since we went to 59,900. When the market is like this, I think the best decision is to choose 2 to 4 tokens and trade them. Okay, 2 to 4 tokens. That's it. That's your short list for the week. Instead of analyzing, I don't know, all this, you choose 4 tokens, and that's the one you are going to trade. That's it. Okay, you can look for the stronger ones. You can look for the tokens that you already know the behavior. For example, I know HBAR, and I've been saying this for a lot of time. I love to trade HBAR, and I like to trade HBAR. Why? Because it has massive volatility. When it goes up like, I don't know, like the Starship from SpaceX. But it goes down, it's like the Boring Company. It really goes down. Okay, it starts to dig a tunnel. And yeah, this is why I like HBAR, I like volatility when I'm trading. So yeah, that's one of the tokens I usually trade. Okay, and I think it's a massive opportunity. But this is just me, my opinion. I'm a big HBAR holder. I've always have been, and I already took profits, like I told you. I rebought more than my initial bag, and I still have the profits. So yeah, I do believe in it, and I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything, but yeah, just for you to be aware. Mainly the tokens I speak here, usually I'm invested, okay, because I don't like to talk about tokens that I'm not invested, because I don't know how they behave. And if I'm not invested, I'm going to tell you, but I would say here, all of these on this list, I'm invested, maybe a few more down, but here, all of this, I'm invested. Okay, just to be clear, and I still have AVAX because I like memes, and so I have AVAX. So when you can look, it's HBAR. I think HBAR might be a good one. The volatility is crazy, but it didn't invalidate the structure. And you might say, but it's been dropping. I know, it's been dropping since 40 cents, and this was an amazing run. Okay, an amazing one, and I really like the run that HBAR gave us. But when I look at structure-wise, I need to know where the impulsive move started, and it started at 4 cents, more or less. So till we break this low here, I think it's an opportunity. Till we break this low here. If we break this low here, then we need to be aware that the origin of the impulsive move was invalidated, and then we need to look at it on with another point of view and do another analysis. But so far, we had an amazing move. And one thing that you can do, and I do this a lot, okay? You can hedge your spot bags. If you felt that the market was dropping, like I said in August, be ready in case the market starts to drop. Just open a short. Short your tokens. It's easy, and you're hedged against any downside. And when you think the market is going to reverse, you close your shorts and you buy more spot. And this is risk management here. You can do it. You can go to Bluefin and open a bot, and you short, and the bot does everything for you, and you are safe. You are okay with that. You are okay with that. It's easy. It's really not that hard. So while everyone is panicking, you will be relaxed because you are safe. You are okay. You don't care. You hedge your spot bags, and you know that when the bottom is in, when you feel the bottom is in, you are going to buy more spot or keep the money for you and let it ride. It's not that hard, to be honest, okay? So someone is asking for CRV. I'm going to look at CRV, you speak Portuguese, on the Portuguese live stream in about 1 hour from now. Okay, in 1 hour, I'll be in the Portuguese channel, and then I'll look at CRV there. Okay, because I know a lot of people there have CRV, and yeah, then I'll look at CRV. Guys, I'm being 100% honest with you. I want to give an X card to one of you. I really want to, but you need to register and ask for a card and activate using the link on the description. You go here, and you have the link here. And I'll choose someone from the list, and I'll offer an X card. Okay, I will do it. I just need you to come here, ask for a cast card, and I'll provide you one X card. One of you that requests a cast card, and this is my main card. I don't use any other card. I love to farm airdrops, and I'm farming cast. And I'm farming cast like a maniac, to be honest. Everything I buy, it's on the cast card. So this is a Portuguese channel. Manuel is asking. And there you go. It's on the chat. But like I was saying, I want to offer you a card. Request. You just need to request a card with my link. I will choose one of them, one of you, and I'll offer you the card. So I'm counting on you. And also register on Bluefin. Okay, I want to know this. When do you want to do live trading? Wednesdays or Fridays or both? Let me know in the chat, and after watching this live stream, reply in the comments. Because I don't like to trade between sessions. I don't like to trade at this time when UK is already going, and UK is already going, and we have US almost starting with data. So I want to start to stream later on a Wednesday, maybe a Friday, and we can do some live trading. Okay, and I'm happy to do that with you. So let me know if you prefer once or twice per week. I would say Wednesday. Friday is kind of the day of the trap, but the trap for someone can be an opportunity for us. So Bitcoin is over. Thank you. I think we have 𝗕𝗟𝗃 here. I cannot show the comment. Damn, we have 𝗕𝗟𝗃 here. We have 𝗕𝗟𝗃 here in the chat. And I cannot show this. That it? I never thought I would have 𝗕𝗟𝗃 here. I never thought about that. That's amazing. Bitcoin is over. Yeah. If you know, in 2022, I remember this. I was having a dinner and I told everyone about Bitcoin, and everyone said Bitcoin is over. It dropped whatever, 60. Oh, I thought it was from 69, right, to 60K, 16K, and I was like, up to you. When it started to go higher, I started to get the phone calls. You know what I did? I started to reject them. I didn't answer any phone call because of this type of comments. That Bitcoin is over. It's going to zero. Dude, go all in on, I don't know, USDT. Maybe it goes to $5. Maybe, who knows? Or I heard that USDC might get to $10. It's better than Bitcoin. It's better than Bitcoin. Go. This is not financial advice, but go all in on USDC. It might go to $10. USDT, maybe $5. Yeah, but Bitcoin is going to zero. Not financial advice, okay? I need to joke about this, of course. So someone's asking about zero. I think zero, not Bitcoin going to zero, the project. I think they did, it's layer zero. They did a partnership. Let me just show you this here. Again, there's some things I don't talk because I don't know, okay? But I'm not into it, so I try not to get too many information. But I think they did some sort of partnership. I need to check that. And yeah, I'll check that and get back to you tomorrow. Okay. Someone is asking to check link. Are you a link marine? Only if you are a link marine. I'll check link, but you need to be a link marine. If you are not a link marine, I'm not going to check link. I want to know if you are a link marine. 𝗕𝗟𝗢𝗙𝗏𝗏. I want to know if you are a link marine. This might be a trap like it was Solana. Let me show you a link. So, regarding link, I would like to see a bounce here. And so far, it's been respecting this support here. Okay. But this is a massive head and shoulders. Like a massive one. I know Sergey did some sort of X article about what's happening right now. I have link spot and I buy link spot daily. That's part of my daily buys for 2030. How can this guy saying that he's invisible if I'm watching link? Dude, I'm watching link because of you. Don't be the Peter Schiff of comments, please. Like I was saying, regarding link, I'm buying spot for 2030, but the price action on link, it's not always the best one, okay? Usually we get to, I don't know, I think it's November, and there's the link event, and the link usually dumps, etc. Usually it's a good trade. You start longing on the beginning of October, and you know, before the event, you close the long and you short it, and you always make money both ways. But regarding link, if you look at me at the chart outside, this is a major support. It reacted 2 times that we touch it here. We might react another one. But we have Bitcoin. We have a lot of things happening today. So it's kind of dangerous to do this. Okay. So if you want to buy spot and you don't care about the prices like I told you, and you are okay with waiting, this is an amazing spot to buy. Okay. If you are afraid it might go lower, just wait for confirmations before buying. That's the best thing I can tell you right now. In theory, it should react here. But yeah. I know one thing that I didn't like about Link, and again, I'm invested on Link, is that the foundation created the AT of Link. This doesn't make any sense to me. The foundation of Link, buying Link, it's not one of the best things that I like to see. But yeah, I have Link. I'm a Link holder. I'm still buying it. And I do believe Link might go higher. But it's the chart tells you everything here. Okay? It's at a major support. Maybe set an alert here. Let's do it. In case it comes to fulfill this week. And then we can go higher. Guys, thank you for being here. One thing. Sorry about yesterday. Yesterday was not one of my best live streams, but I want you to tell what's happening. As you know, I'm in my area, major storm, and I'm still having issues with the light. And for you to be aware, yesterday, everything happened. Someone started making construction noise behind me, the house next to me, and then I lost all monitors. I have like 4 monitors here. They all start flashing because the light was coming and going. And since I have a power wall, she was keeping the monitors alive, but it's so fast that I was seeing everything blinking. And I didn't know you even if I was streaming, okay? I didn't know that. I didn't know if I was streaming. It was an awkward experience. So I wanted to say sorry. It was not a good stream. I had this happening. Sometimes I didn't even knew if I was still online, okay? Or the camera was on. And that, I took all the measures so for that don't happen again, and you deserve me to be better, and that will never happen again, okay? It's just for you to be aware of this. I know that yesterday was a bad stream, and as always, when I do mistakes, I'm here, I say I did a mistake, I didn't prepare for this, and right now I'm telling you, you deserve better, and now that will not happen again.